America, America. There are those who say it was Christopher Columbus who discovered it 5 centuries ago, and others say it was the Vikings 5 centuries before that. Well, it's all true, but the real first Americans, that's another thing altogether. Alaska and Siberia were joined then, not separated as they are today. A period of cold back then transformed the sea into ice and snow, and the sea level dropped by 300 feet. Do you realize? And over on the other side in Siberia lived a lot of people like us.
Carol, come and look. You can help me to make a needle. Now you hold on.
Who's courageous around here? A man who wouldn't be afraid of Indians. Hernando Cortez, nephew, go out and find him, then bring him here. Hernando Cortez, I name you captain. You shall have men, ships, and provisions, and weapons. Write that down.
Yes, write it down. Easy to say, Your Excellency, but I've no more ink. Meanwhile, in Tenochtitlan, today Mexico City, sat the great Montezuma in his palace. No one was allowed to look him in the face.
Great Montezuma, strange things are happening. Has predicted white men are coming from the sea in great towers that float upon the sea.
Just as the prediction had predicted the great white god, Quetzalcoatl. And he will come from the rising sun, that is, from the east.
They could be enemies. Many carry big sticks making fire and thunder.
All these visitors are now gone, they tell me. Let us keep watch. Tell me if any return.
There were 40,000 of them under the command of the valiant Xicotenga the Younger. The battle was ferocious. We buried our dead in secret to maintain the legend of our immortality. But after 4 days, we...
His
name's Xicotenga, and he's commander of the army. He says you may well be White God. This impress him. He invite White God to come to city. You speak. The chief's people are oppressed by the terrible chief Montezuma. He will be ally, give many thousand warrior men, if you come and lead them.
We'll be happy to accept this alliance. With our weapons and with his men, I'll lead the people to victory.
Just what I was hoping. Now, with that many men, it's possible to conquer Mexico City.
Oh, yes, now Cortez was commander of thousands of Tlaxcaltec warriors, and on they marched toward Mexico City. The city of Cholula was on their route, with its 400 temples and pyramids higher than those in Egypt. Everything seemed peaceful, but Cortez had been warned they were plotting a massacre and ordered the attack.
Apaches! They'll pillage all our possessions. Go to your mom.
Can I fight?
What are those strange animals they're riding? Don't know. Never saw them before.
My bag! No! My medicine bag! No! Where's my medicine bag? Ah! My medicine bag! Oh, they stole my medicine bag! Oh.
It's like an elk without his horns.
Yeah, the animal seems to be a friend of man, so it must be a dog. It's a big dog, that's true.
Maybe it's good to eat.
I wouldn't be surprised. Good meat, you can tell. Touch it. Yeah, only it's not a buffalo. Yeah, that animal is useless.
Hey, why don't we try to catch him?
Try to catch him. That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You still here? Where else?
Keep quiet or they'll know we're here.
Yeah, good job, you braves. Now our warriors are going to have fine headdresses. Do you begin to understand? The buffalo is our whole existence. It gives us food, our clothing, and weapons, our tools and tents. Almost all our needs are supplied by buffalo hunting. Even our shields, our drums, in a word, everything. Now then, if we had those big dogs, we'd be sitting pretty. You're welcome. What is this? Your face is pale. Are you sick or what? Well, let's begin, or else we'll never get started. Drinking whiskey, having a good time. Horses, rifles, whiskey, germs brought by the white man, gifts to the Indians of the Great Plains. Yes, all this was to change their way of life. The unstoppable steamroller, the white man's advance, would soon chase the Indians from their lands, farther, always farther. In April 1687, Robert de La Salle is assassinated together with 2 of his men by one of his own band, it said.
That was an awful way to end up.
You realize 1/3 of the USA territory today was controlled by France?
What about the English?
Well, naturally, they didn't like it, and they outnumbered the French 20-1. Yes, there would be the Battle of Fort Duquesne, where General Braddock would see his men drop like flies. In the English offensive in Arcadia, the inhabitants were deported or shot. And that was called the Great Disturbance. Officially, France and England are not at war. But this time it is war, and the English send their 30,000 soldiers to meet the French 300. Louisbourg falls, and Quebec is under siege. General Wolfe manages to infiltrate his men onto the Plateau of Abraham, thought inaccessible. Wolfe, then Montcalm defending the field, fall, and Quebec falls, and then Montreal. France gives up Canada and Ohio to England, and for good measure gives up Louisiana to Spain. Oh yes, and for 80 years, by the sheer willpower of the Cavalier de La Salle, it was French, but with Lafayette and de Grasse and Rochambeau, France was to accord these American revolutionaries the decisive help that resulted in the United States of America. No, we're not going to France, but America.
America? Where in the world is that?
It's far away. It's on the other side of the world.
Are we in America yet?
No. We're going up and down the African coast until the ship is full to breaking.
How do you know about all this anyway?
In my village, I was a wise man, a medicine man. I was able to foresee many things.
That's funny, but you remind me of somebody. But who?
Now we are off to the Americas.
We outnumber them. In a fight, we'd be sure to come out on top.
Some of our brothers on other ships tried just that, but just like us, they couldn't sail the white man's ship. Their courage died with them. Did them no good. They perished.
They are simply marvelous for picking cotton and harvesting coffee and even tobacco. We tried Indians, even poor whites, but no, nothing can replace a black when it comes to hard work.
I heard that up north, in those states, there's no slaves.
But can we really trust them? Let's go up north. Our children will be free. Will be free.
Everything's arranged.